episode of Resurrecting Betty. If you all recall, Betty is a 1974 Dodge that I pulled out from the field after 17 years. This has been a joyous adventure, as I stated before. But if you all forgotten, or just don't want to look, go back and look. This is what it used to look like. Obviously, this patina being one of them, and and probably, we'll comet wash it and see what we can get. So, I mean, I don't know if I can get the dinge off it, and probably Brillo wash it. But it's really not as bad. It's really not bad at all. But yeah, I'm in love with it. It's going to be great. And it is great. This thing has been a labor of love. I get a lot of compliments on it and everything else. I've been to shows and the family's seen it, which I'll get into later. But this has absolutely been a joy to work on. So before we get into the crux of the video, which is all the good news, we're going to have to get past the bad news. Remember the steering column and this ignition switch that I had to pull out? Well, it seems that the smashing of it resulted in something that came very close to epic thermonuclear meltdown of Betty. There was a lot of damage, a lot of parts that were just fried and burnt, and springs melted and things of that nature, but all was not lost. So I'm going to send you the video of me recording the downfall, and then we'll get to all the good stuff. So I know reveal videos are supposed to be nothing but good news and nothing but excitement, but this reveal video / update is not so great news. So, as you can see, Betty is now in roller form. I got my Cooper Cobras all mounted and balanced and set to go. We're off the jack stands, and Betty was cruising. Betty was rolling fine, and, I was going to pretty much just roll her out and, shake her down and then bring her back and start recording and check fluids and everything else like that. Betty had other plans and I guess wasn't ready for her big reveal. As you can tell, I got color back to her. Betty's got herself quite the little shine going on. I mean, compared to the chalkiness of that. I got the posts done and everything else. But here lies the problem. Let me show you. So Betty had a problem with her dash lights. The dash lights weren't illuminating, so I was, checking it out. The headlight switch works and everything else, and I was looking you know, at the bulbs, and all the bulbs seem good. And I found the source of my clicking, by the way. It was my windshield washer switch. I don't understand why. We'll get more on that later, but here's why Betty currently looks the way she does. If you take a look down here, you will notice a nice Kentucky Fried Terminal. Well, that Kentucky Fried Terminal, I cut the wire on because, you know, I'm going to actually have to splice in a new wire to it. That Kentucky Fried Terminal actually came from this. The other side of the Kentucky Fried Terminal. The source of it all, my ignition switch. Well, that's what's left of my ignition switch. Harness. This is the actual switch itself. Minus this ring and these springs right here. I don't know where it went to. I'll show you a picture of it here. You see those springs right there actually go inside that ignition switch there and help keep everything all actuated and, you know, make contact where it's supposed to be. Notice that dark spot. And do you notice there's 3 posts where those springs are supposed to sit into? Well, the reason there's 2 was because the one spring that you just saw is actually melted. Yep, the ignition switch decided to take a crap on me and start shorting out wires and everything else. Now I have to run a new wire for the one that burnt out. Fortunately, I did a lot of checking with my voltmeter and such, and everything else appears to be okay from what I could tell. I won't be able to fully tell until I get another ignition switch in the truck. I called around in some parts stores and was checking it out. It's not pricey, but I'm definitely paying Mopar tax on it. So that's our update. She's running, she's driving, but now, you know, mine's the electrical. She's not so good. So what other upgrades and stuff did I do? Let's pop the old hood and I'll show you. It's an eBay special. I got her for about a couple $100 off of eBay. It's a nice 4-core aluminum radiator, keeps her cool. Temperature gauge barely goes above a quarter. So I may have to actually put a new thermostat in it to get it a little bit warmer. We got the new electronic ignition. Obviously, we did all the fun, cool tune-up stuff to it. Got some Champion spark plugs that we put in there. Let's check out the inside. Now, you may remember that Betty was full of nice, delicious mold and everything else. The seats scrubbed up nicely and everything came out pretty good. The interior is fairly clean. Like I said, after good scrubbing. I didn't even realize, by the way, that the dome light worked. It was one of the recent things that I got working. Now, the disappointing part is that, I guess after 17 years of sitting in dry rot sun, the seat, when I started, looked like that, but then after driving it and sitting a few times, you know, just the wear got to it. It's dry rotted and cracked, but I mean, that's okay. We got special things coming forward too. Now, it's pretty cool. It's become pretty cool so far. I've enjoyed everything about the drive so much, with the exception of a few things. The steering and the suspension definitely need to be worked out. I definitely got to get new wheels for the back. The fronts are okay, everything balanced out good with the tires. The backs, not so much, but you know, tires were sitting with no air for 17 years, so you know, those things happen. It definitely needs new shocks. I got new U-joints I'm going to put in it. New floor pans, which is what the winter plans are for. Plus plus everything else that you're going to see on this list right here that I can't think of off the top of my head because I'm trying to concentrate on not killing any joggers in this big thing. It's already got one kill under her belt. That poor squirrel was suicidal, I promise. But it's been an absolute joy to drive. I cannot tell you. I believe I got 100 and... I think I had 388 on it. I believe I got like 188 miles an hour. Or 180 miles an hour. 188 miles on her. And I know, I'm sorry I left you out. I'm sorry I didn't get to do the first drive with you guys because I wasn't thinking. I was just totally out of my mind and just super stoked about just going. And I didn't even think about filming. But all in all, she's been a fantastic truck. The day before I shot this video, I did the longest drive with her since her 17-year dormancy, which was, I believe, we put 32 miles on it yesterday. And she performed well. What do I got planned? Definitely steering and suspension, which I won't be doing myself because I just don't have the lift and the tools to do it. That's okay. I got a good friend of mine, owns an alignment shop. He's going to take care of it for me, which is pretty cool. My fuel tank, my fuel level still ain't working properly, so I got to do that. So we got to drop the fuel tank. And oddly enough, Friday when I took it out before the car meet that I went to, which by the way, give a quick shout out to the Northeast Arkansas chapter of the Arkansas State Ballpark Club. So every little trip I've been doing, $10 here, $15 there. Well, lo and behold, my last $10 fuel up filled the tank. So we're going to try and burn some of this off before we have to drop that tank. It's a 25-gallon tank. Oil pump, because in the mornings or in the cold starts, it's starting to develop a little bit of a lifter knock. Every so often, like stays on for like a second or two. Yeah, I've been over the moon and back. It's just been a great journey with you guys, checking out the videos, and it's been a great adventure. And you know, I hope you enjoy the new intro. But trust me, there's a lot more video to come, especially when I start tearing into the floorboards and stuff. We're not getting into we're now out of the nitty-gritty zone, and now we're getting deeper into a lot of heavier things. Oh, while you were gone, I took it out in a Veterans Day parade. I'll show you some shots of that. I took home this Club Choice Trophy. It's a pretty decent sized show. I did it just to, you know, meet some local car guys and things like that. Didn't think nothing about it, and next thing I know, you know, the original owner's son, the guy who sold me the truck, I called him up to come and see it because he was curious as to how I was doing and, you know, or how it was doing and how it was coming along. And he came by. I missed many a video moment, but he came by and checked out the truck and was taking hundreds of pictures, sent them to all the family, and from what I understand, it went over with rave reviews. So I was getting ready to go. I was getting ready to go home, and what do you call it? People came around the truck and was wanting stories on it and everything else, and the whole nine. And so, you know, talking through it, and you know, it was well worth it. I wasn't even looking for a trophy out of the truck or anything else. And then next thing I know, I was getting ready to go again. You know, packed up Mrs. Van, and we were getting ready to skedaddle. And the guy who's the promoter of the show said, "No, don't go nowhere. We're doing trophies." And I'm like, "All right, fine," you know. And I stuck around, and next thing I know, they announced Club Choice, and they said, "That little old Dodge over there," and they were pointing at the truck. It was pretty cool. It was a good moment. It's made everything well worth what I've done. Yeah. That's pretty much the update. But I hope you enjoyed everything up to this point. Like I said, you know, it's been a labor of love. You guys have been every step of the way involved in it. And I hope to bring you more. I absolutely do. We're just pulling in my driveway, which is like climbing the Tetons. Oh, another cool thing I wanted to show you was that. I don't know. When I got the truck, I always wanted one of them old school leather key rings like that with the old Pentastar on it. But somehow I lucked out and I got it in teal and white. And I'm not even kidding. Like, it's not like I Googled teal and white Pentastar keychains. I think I did like leather medallion keychain, old school or something like that. And that's the one that came up. So yeah, with the Penta diamond in almost the same bright turquoise as the truck plus the off-white. Yeah, that's bonus. I can't complain about that. So I hope you enjoyed the video. Like I said, look for more to come. Like and subscribe. You know what to do. Anyway, thanks for checking out always. You all have a good day. If I don't talk to you before the holidays, I hope it all is well for you. Thanks. Bye now. Oh, yeah. A couple quick other things I've done. I got the dash lights working. I don't know if you'll be able to see it. Oh, yeah, you can. There you go. But I got all my dash lights working. Thanks to handy dandy new things like the headlight switch. I found the ashtray for the truck. Now it's going to get an upgrade. As you can see, it's a little rotted and holy, much like the rest of the truck. And it doesn't quite close all the way. But, surprise, surprise, the cigarette lighter in the ashtray actually works. My little courtesy light works as well. Like I said, my dome light works, but I can make my dome light come on and off too via headlight switch. Oh, that's so cool. Oh, I almost forgot. That's right. Horn blows. Watch it.